How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
Alright, let's get down to business. Even as a new cartoon tuber, this is one of the topics that I see get brought up back and forth, day after day, and even year after year. I know stuff like this has been talked about before, and has sometimes died out of discussion. But the fact that I see this again in 2021 of all years, I just need to put my 2 cents in. Alright, so about a week ago on the dot, I was scrolling through the unending dark hole known as Twitter when I saw a tweet showing the 2003 Teen Titans show on the left side and the 2016 reboot Teen Titans Go on the other, with the caption, "This is still the biggest downgrade in television history." Now I want to make this very clear. I love the original Teen Titans show. It's one of my favorite shows growing up. But I also love Teen Titans Go, one of the reasons being their theatrical movie, which slaps. These two things are not similar to the slightest. So the fact that this person is comparing this to this leaves me banging my head on the wall. This man's exaggerating, and here's why. Teen Titans 2003 is more action-based with bits of comedy coming from the reactions and anime-like expressions shown from our main characters. It also has a story with drama and suspense keeping viewers interested for the next episode, examples being stuff with Slade. Teen Titans Go is more comedic than drama-based, with mostly lovable characters. I like the original version more than the reboot, like I said, despite enjoy the reboot at times. But one thing remains true. These are two different stories from the same franchise. Like, are we seriously still talking about Teen Titans Go and calling it a downgrade when there's been way worse, both live action and animated? Here's an example. Powerpuff Girls 2016. And possibly their live action reboot. Yikes. The thread is really bad going through it on Twitter. They bring up that the Teen Titans Go was put in a Gumball-like art style and how they hated it, as if Teen Titans Go looks close to Gumball in art style. For your information, Teen Titans Go is 2D animated, and Gumball mixes techniques like live action, stop motion, puppetry, and CGI to name a few. And they bring up the Ben 10 reboot, Thundercats Roar, comparing it to the 2011 version. Again, same franchise, different versions. Goodness. Also, FYI, you're ranting about a show that came out a near decade ago, and since then we got a live action version called Titans, gritty, and it looks horrible, but based on reviews of the show, it has some support, so good for them. It feels like the She-Ra moment from last year when someone put photos of the reboot and the original side to side, saying how infuriating the reboot designs were, even though 1, the show was over, 2, was different from the original with its own story, and 3, has already reached a lot of people, including myself, with so much praise. It seems like we're experiencing, once again, a disease called nostalgia-vitis. But before we get to that, I got a friend who would like to say a few words. Alright, so this is 52, my boy from Discord. He's got a few words that he liked to say, so give me your attention.
What it be? What it do? It's the boy, 52, C+ musician and animation lover. Now, this may come as a surprise to a lot of people, but I did not grow up with Teen Titans. In fact, I didn't grow up with Cartoon Network when I was a kid. See, when I was a kid, I had no idea there was a third network producing solid content. All I knew was Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. I started watching them in 2010, but at that time, seeing real was a thing. I thought it was mid, but it wasn't what it used to be. But then Adventure Time came on, so it's like, oh, everything's fixed now. I remember the Teen Titans movie that came on TV once, and I caught the tail end of it, but I had no idea what was happening. Like, I knew who Robin was because I like Batman, but I had no idea who Starfire was or any other characters. But fast forward to 2014, where Teen Titans Go first comes on TV. I watched the first episode, and I thought, that was alright. That's what I thought. I didn't think it was anything spectacular, but I didn't think it was terrible. I just thought it was mid. But then I learned exactly what Teen Titans was. How it's this fantastic show with great characters and great stories. And now I'm all like, man, Teen Titans Go is trash. The original is so much better, blah, 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 blah. But here is the thing. When I was in high school, I used to watch TV every morning before I went to school. And Teen Titans Go was the only happiest thing that was on TV at the time. So, nothing better to do, I'd watch the show. I started to realize something. Teen Titans Go has some funny parts in it. Then I actually realized that I had jumped onto the hating bandwagon without really giving the show a chance, and that it's kind of a shame to compare the show to the '03 Titans. Now, hot take, Teen Titans is not that good. I watched the first 3 seasons of it, and then I got bored of it. It's your standard action cartoon, but the only real reason it has so much of a toxic fan base and so much hype around it is because it came on Cartoon Network at the time that it did. There's so many better, DC cartoons like Batman the Animated Series, Justice League, Batman Beyond, and, a bunch of others. Teen Titans Go is not a perfect show by any means, but overall, it's a fun-ass show to watch. My favorite episode has to be the one called Spice Game, the one where the Titans get hooked on peppers, but then they have to go to a giant cow to cool their mouths off. Robin being a stereotypical person who can't handle spice will never not be funny. Teen Titans Go does not still deserve all the hate that it gets. It's done so much good for the network in my eyes that it's earned its rightful place in Cartoon Network history, but that's just me.
Give him a hand, everyone. Bravo, 52. Go follow him on all his social medias and Spotify. He's a cool guy. Sometimes he makes good music too. Check him out. Nostalgia is like a drug. It's good one moment, but take too much of it and it'll hurt your system. It's okay to remember old things, but it's not okay to compare them. We have to look at shows through a different lens, through a different point of view, without saying it's not like the original. All I'm saying is just give things a chance without comparing it to other things. You can criticize Teen Titans Go all you want as its own thing. I do that even. Don't just put your criticisms on a statement like it's not like the original. It's like Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. Sure, I love Avatar a lot more, but I love Korra as well. It's flawed, yes, but Korra does unique things with the story, characters, and most of the villains. Look at you, Unalak. It's a powerful story, and I really don't think it deserves all the hate. Teen Titans Go, in my opinion, does that as well, and that is why it is and always will be different from the original. It's time to stop comparing apples to oranges, people, or if you don't like it in the end, you don't have to keep watching it. Give attention to other shows that you feel deserve it, because I can think of a few. Don't compare it to something else. Criticize it on its own. That's it. I'm out.